All right, I just wanted to give you guys a quick update now that we're, one full week in and even more than that, about 10 days. I'm pretty happy with the grades on the first block, so the units 0 through 3. You guys did really, really well. I do want you to use your performance as a marker of how to move forward. So most of you already know this because you've gone through carbs and maybe even lipids, and some of you are done with proteins. But the information in block 2 or this next due date is much, much, much more difficult than the information in the first test block, okay? So if your grades weren't where you wanted them, maybe you scored B's or C's, then from this point on, you're going to have to increase your study time. We learn a lot heavier information with our macronutrients and our micronutrients. We're looking at chemical structures. We're looking at all kinds of different science, how this works in the body, absorption, facilitated diffusion, active transport, all of that stuff. So if your grades haven't been what you wanted, definitely use this as a marker for you to increase study time and increase techniques. I'm loving the discussion board. You guys are doing great. I think you're setting a record for my classes, actually. A couple of things I want to say about the discussion board. First and foremost, what happens in nutrition stays in nutrition. So there's no, talking about this online, posting things on outside websites. We have people who are sharing personal tidbits, great stories, and this is all making our virtual classroom a really, really great place to be, and building bonds with each other, but we don't share any of that information outside of this class. Number 2, remember that you don't have to post your own thread or find your own site. You can go on and give your 2 cents and your personal experience about what someone else posted. Make sure that you give, a good few sentences and some good info. You're not going to get credit just for saying, great post, smiley face, but make it personal, get a debate going. We had a great debate going as far as the nutrition labels, what we want to see and what we don't want to see. But for those of you who haven't gotten on the discussion board much, just keep in mind that you can go on and read other people's posts and keep responding. I hope that you guys saw this video already, but you can also subscribe to certain threads. So if you post something and you want to keep track of who's responding and what they're saying, you just subscribe to the post at the bottom. I have a video on how to do that in our class Blackboard page. Also, none of you guys have followed me on Twitter yet, so my Twitter handle is @ProfDannyO. I post a lot of things about the class. I post things about nutrition every now and then. I post, like a test question, but it's also a great way to keep in touch with me, after the class is over if you're interested in that. So follow me. I think you guys are doing wonderfully. I don't foresee any issues. Keep posting on the discussion board if you see links are down or there's technical difficulties on Blackboard. That way I can fix them, and I'm really excited to see where we go from here.